Hi everyone. You guys have been asking for a day in the life. So here it is. It's the day after Easter. I'm just getting up. I got my cup of coffee here. You can see Sloopy is worn out. She is stretched straight out on the couch and she has the couch covers balled all up over there, sound asleep. It's a beautiful sunny day here. I'll take you guys outside and show you in a bit. Got a snowstorm coming on Wednesday, but you'd never have known it Saturday on Easter, and today it's just beautiful springtime weather out there. I don't know what all I'm doing today, but we'll see. I know you guys love these day in the life type videos, so we'll see what I'm up to. I hope everybody had a good Easter. We had a quiet Easter with just the three of us, and for dinner we had homemade fried chicken, French fries, macaroni and cheese, a veggie tray. I made some homemade candies, 2 different kinds of homemade candies, a chocolate pie, and some homemade banana pudding. And then, like in the evening, we had like some snack crackers and pepperoni and Cheese Whiz and stuff like that to snack on. So we had plenty of food. I did keep the budget extremely low on dinner. We mostly cooked from what we already had in the cupboards, and then I just picked up the fresh produce and the macaroni and cheese. So our dinner was very inexpensive, but super, super good. And we had planned on going to church, but in the end, we decided to stay home, and we watched Pastor Luke from the Crystal Wesleyan Church. He has a series called Shadow of the Cross, and we watched 2 parts of that. He did a super good job. If you guys are interested in seeing that, I have that link up on the community page. So anyhow, okay, let's see what I do after I have this coffee. I hope everyone's having a good day. Well, it looks like we can start by getting the recyclable bottle bag changed here. Then we'll go down and get some clothes and wash. All right, we're going to put in a load of work clothes here. Got to get out my meat thawing tray here. I'm going to be making a Chinese meal today, just an easy one. Well, the egg rolls will be time consuming, but I'm not making it as in depth as I sometimes do. I got a couple of partial bags of boneless chicken I found when I cleaned out the freezer, and I want to get those used up. It's not a full bag in either one, but it's the it's the chicken breast tenderloins. Okay, I got those on there. Now let's get the kitchen door opened up. I always cover it over at night. Look at that gorgeous sunshine. I don't need to make breakfast this morning because I made a biscuit, sausage, egg gravy casserole over the weekend. It's in this Tupperware with a string over it because the Tupperware lid would not seal. So we're just going to be warming up the rest of that for breakfast. That is so good. I'll put the link to that recipe in the community page. I did that years ago for the channel. So while my breakfast was warming up, I stepped out on the deck for a minute because I had some stuff out there I wanted to put down cellar whenever I go down to get the laundry. And I wish I had brought the camera, but I didn't because I was just stepping out for a minute, and I startled 4 deer, and they went running up into the woods, but I wish you guys could have seen them. I love being able to just watch all the different wildlife that comes to the yard. On these sunny days, I have to make sure I don't overwork myself, that I get a chance to be outside a little bit. It's a little bit too cool out there this morning to sit out there in my nightgown and eat my breakfast, but we'll definitely go out a little bit this afternoon, and of course we'll be out there to hang up the laundry. This casserole is so good. I was going to have a banana or homemade applesauce with it, but I'm setting down now and I didn't get it, so. This is a family favorite. It takes a few minutes to get it cooked and assembled, but you'll eat it about 3 days, so it's well worth the time. So while I'm waiting for the laundry to wash, I thought I'd just take a look at what Nessa's got up for videos, and I think I'm going to watch the Small Grocery Haul 2024 video that she put up recently. So I managed to get in the shower while I was waiting on that wash too, because I had put that on a soak and an extra rinse. So it's going to be a while. So I'm thinking my next step will be to get some rice started for the fried rice today, because that's better if it's not like freshly made. It would be better if it was like a day left over, but if I can even get it cooked and let it set a few hours. I think I hear Corey getting up, and whenever Corey or Jacob get up, and sometimes they get up at different times, I stop whatever I'm doing and I spend that time with them for a while. The other stuff can wait. They're the most important, and I think they're going to be getting up at different times today, so I'll be spending some time with Corey and then getting something done and then spending some time with Jacob, and then it'll be real hectic right before they go to work. But anyhow, still getting some stuff done. And my hair, it looks like on the camera, like especially on the lives, like I'm bald all the way up in here, but it actually is growing in. It's like little fine hairs at this point, and it started growing in after I switched to the baby shampoo. And then it looks like I'm like bald on the live, but see, it's just gray streaks. But if you guys are having a lot of hair loss, try the baby shampoo, because that's the only thing so far that's worked for me. Okay, let's take a little walk down to the mailbox. It's pretty muddy. Not as muddy as it was, but we'll probably have an awful mess after that snowstorm. That last one, our plow guy couldn't plow all the way down. It was so muddy. He just had to take some off the top. We got quite a little bit of water flowing there. The house needs to be painted this summer. Again, the winter was hard on it. There's so much paint peeled. We got a pileated woodpecker up there, pecking away. I don't know if I can find him on the camera or not. Just noticed some deer droppings underneath the clothesline, so they've been coming right up close to the house. I'll include the video on when I have made this stuff before, but I'm going to just shred the vegetables for the egg rolls. I got a half of a big purple onion here. The onions don't grate up as good as you'd like them to this time of year. They're softer, so that's about as good as that got. Yeah, so now got about a half of the cabbage here. Got some leftover oil from Easter that I fried in. I just covered the pan, and then I'm going to use it one more time today for these egg rolls, and then it will be ready to be discarded. I always fry these seam side down. For the rice, I've just got this little bits left from the egg rolls. I'm gonna stir fry those up with some sesame oil back there. Add my leftover egg from sealing my egg rolls. And then I got some green onions growing in the window. I'll add some of those at the end, and my rice and soy sauce for anybody who wants soy sauce. Very super frugal meal. You can even make some homemade pasta and roll it out in place of your egg roll wrappers if you want to. Then I'm just going to cook the boneless chicken, some with 5 Chinese spice, and some with just seasoning salt because not everybody likes that. I'm going to pop the egg rolls into a 250-degree oven just to keep them warm while I make the chicken. So I'm the only one who likes the Chinese 5 spice, and I did just find the recipe for that. It's just salt and pepper, ground cinnamon, ground cloves, and cayenne pepper. And I just sprinkle a little bit of each on each side and cook my piece of chicken in sesame oil. And here is my lunch. Now it's time to pack lunches, and Jacob's taking some leftover fried chicken from Easter, some French fries with ketchup, some homemade egg rolls, and some chili cheese Fritos. Corey is taking a fruit cup. He has some Doritos already in his lunchbox, some egg rolls, and some macaroni and cheese. Hi guys. The guys just left for work and I'm feeling a little tired, so I always wait before doing the dishes or doing my housework because I do my housework after they go to work. And I always have a cup of tea and a little dessert, and I pray and study my Bible, and then I feel refreshed and I'm ready to hit all my nighttime work. Lunch was delicious. A while back when Marissa and I did the Asian grocery store trip, I had picked up some different sauces and stuff like that to try, and there was always something missing from my Chinese food. So I thought it was probably like a spice that was missing or something, because my Chinese food has always been good, but it hasn't had that authentic taste. And I figured out what it is, process of elimination. Don't buy any of those special sauces or anything. It's the sesame seed oil. Like that, to me, is what was missing in my Chinese food. I did add a little bit of soy sauce to my rice. Corey doesn't like soy sauce, so I didn't put it in all of the rice. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so tired and out of breath. I'm feeling really good compared to last week. I'm just tiring out quicker. When I get tired, I can't think or talk good. So I'll let you go while I have my prayer time. And if I read anything super good during my Bible time, I'll share it with you guys. I'm actually going to be doing my Sunday school lesson because I didn't get a chance to do that yesterday. And I got a piece of homemade candy here. All right, I'll see you in a bit. Well, I didn't get very far with my Sunday school curriculum. I got my prayer time in, and then my husband called, and he said when he got to the mill, they had a notice up that they're going to be doing a mill shutdown the week of the 15th, which will be an unpaid week, and that they did have a few jobs available for those that absolutely had to work because of financial need. So we talked about that and decided to let other people have those jobs. So he'll definitely be home unpaid. and our pickup's acting up. So maybe that will give him an opportunity to get that straightened out. And then while I was talking to him, my son was calling because they work at the same place, and he was telling me to plan on him being home that week because of the shutdown. And so we were chatting. Oh, still tired, guys. We were chatting a little bit about that. It's just the weather. The log trucks can't get out of the woods with the wood for the mill. The mill's starting to run out of wood. The yard is so muddy that trucks are just sinking right out of sight. And we got that big snowstorm coming, stuff like that. It's probably going to get worse. So it's a good time for them to do a mill shutdown. So the lesson that I was doing, it was titled Experiencing Resurrection Power. And it said years had passed since a resurrection. Years had passed since a resurrected Lord appeared to Peter and some of the other disciples. Yet the thrill Peter experienced that day seems to have never left him. And then it went on to the Easter story of the resurrection that we had read in John this week. And then it said, the fact that Jesus's body was gone from the tomb should have reminded Peter that Jesus had predicted his death and resurrection, but it did not. Peter still did not understand from the scriptures that Jesus had to rise from the dead. Only days later did Peter understand that, though Jesus had been crucified, he was alive. Then it goes into like a 3-part lesson. I had just started on part 1, which was titled The Resurrection Empowers Us to Live Right. And they print the NIV verses in here. And I had read the verses, and these are the verses. Finally, all of you, be like-minded, be sympathetic, love one another, be compassionate and humble. Do not repay evil with evil or insult with insult. On the contrary, repay evil with blessing, because to this you were called, so that you may inherit a blessing. For whoever would love life and see good days must keep their tongue from evil and their lips from deceitful speech. They must turn from evil and do good. They must seek peace and pursue it. For the eyes of the Lord are on the righteous, and his ears are attentive to their prayer. But the face of the Lord is against those who do evil. Some super powerful verses there. And verse 8 immediately hit me about the humble again. We cannot get away from humble lately. And again, that verse is finally, all of you be like-minded, be sympathetic, love one another, be compassionate and humble. And by the way, this is 1 Peter chapter 3, verses 8 through 12. And then the other one that really stood out for me was, for whoever would love life and see good days must keep their tongue from evil and their lips from deceitful speech. And let's face it, guys, we can hear our mouths running throughout the day on stuff that it has no business talking about. It's a real struggle, I think, for all human beings to just not talk about things that we shouldn't be talking about, whether it's gossip, whether it's speculation, whether it's saying something nasty, having a bad attitude, putting somebody down, even putting ourselves down. There's just so much. Okay, I'm going to call that good for today. I'll just apparently be all week doing my Sunday school lesson because I have a lot to do tonight, and that kitchen is trashed after getting through breakfast, making lunch, and packing lunches. I'll show you what kind of a mess I've got going. All right, that didn't take me very long to get the side counter cleaned off. Now we'll start in the dish pan. So I got all the regular dishes washed. I still got that frying pan with the grease in it to do. And that's always fun. I got to try to pour it back into that bottle with a funnel. So let's put a plate in the sink so that I can set that up straight. I don't deep fry very often or fry anything very often. It's a special treat. Just the cleanup from it's always terrible. I'll put that under the cupboard next to my regular trash to go to the dump. Did get my table cleaned off. Some vanilla extract my grandmother picked me up from the Amish. I got to put that in my pile for food storage. Oh, thank goodness that's done. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is sweep the floor. As you can see, I got mud and stuff all over that floor. I've got even more mud in the living room from the guy's boots from the lumber mill. Just so much mud right now. I also, over the weekend, spilled an entire box of spaghetti on the floor, and it just shattered and went everywhere. And we've swept up twice thinking we had it all, and I'm still finding bits of spaghetti. It was angel hair, so it really, really busted and went everywhere. Once I get this swept, I'm just going to run a damp mop over it to clean up some of that mud. I forgot to say it was a relief to get the kitchen cleaned up. And I don't have to dirty it again tonight because I have leftovers from lunch. That's always a plus. Okay, guys, I just got the floors swept and mopped, and Corey messaged me and said that a car was hit by the train on the tracks just outside of the mill, and he does not know any details yet if they're dead, alive, hurt, if there was kids in the vehicle, any of that. So you guys can be praying for that. I don't think I'm going to be able to show you any more tonight because I want to be able to have time to edit this and get it up as Monday's video, even though it's going to be late. I'm headed out to get the clothes off the line I will bring my phone. If I see anything super awesome outside, I'll get a video. Well, this is interesting. That is chives. And even with the snow we've been getting, they're sprouting up through. Then I'm going to wipe down the toilet, at least in the bathroom. I can't say that I really feel like doing the whole thing tonight, but I'm at least going to wipe down the toilet in the bathroom. And then I think I am just going to do some reading, because by the time I get this video edited and up and whatever, it's going to be about time that I want to go to bed and just do some reading, because I want to be in bed fairly early tonight. Going to my grandmother's on Wednesday, and I was sick all last week, so I just don't want to get too run down. I hope you guys enjoyed this day in the life. Let me know down below if you want to see more of these, or if you have a special request, because basically at this point I'm mostly doing my Testimony Thursdays, and then I'm getting enough special requests that I'm just making those videos. So that's been a lot of fun. Okay guys, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.